The ocean had always whispered to Evelyn Gray. Its voice was deep and ancient, sometimes calling, sometimes warning. She had grown up near the cold Atlantic coast, where storms rolled in like bruises on the sky, and fishermen told tales of things best left undisturbed beneath the waves. Evelyn was a marine biologist, proud of her rational mind. Yet when she was assigned to study the black wake phenomenon, a mysterious dark current that killed fish and twisted the tides, she felt a cold pulse inside her chest, as if the sea already knew her name. It began as a scientific expedition. A research vessel, the Calypso, set sail with a small team of specialists. Evelyn led them. Dr. Collins, the geologist, Tom, the sonar technician, and Nina, her closest friend. Their goal was to map the region where the black wake had been recorded, waters so black they swallowed light and sound. Locals said it was cursed, that no compass stayed true and no signal came back. Evelyn dismissed the myths, but her dreams said otherwise. She dreamed of a woman beneath the waves, pale as bone, eyes like moonlight, reaching up with hands that bled seawater. The first 2 days were calm. They recorded strange readings, magnetic spikes, sonar echoes that didn't make sense. The third night, the sea changed. The current turned sluggish, and the water thickened into something dark, almost oily. When Evelyn dipped a sample tube into the ocean, the liquid shimmered black under a flashlight, alive with microscopic movement. Plankton, Collins guessed. No, Evelyn whispered. Something else. Later that night, a low hum spread through the hull, an underwater vibration that shook the instruments. Tom's sonar picked up a massive shape moving beneath them. It's huge, he said, at least 200 meters long. But before they could analyze it, the radar froze, then died. The ship lights flickered. For a moment, all they could hear was the ocean's voice, rising and falling like a breath. Evelyn went to the deck. The sea glowed faintly, an ink-black luminescence that pulsed with each wave. Then, something broke the surface, a figure. It wasn't a creature. It was a woman. Her skin was translucent, her hair drifting like kelp. Water spilled from her mouth as she spoke in a whisper that felt like pressure in the chest. Evelyn couldn't understand the words, but she felt them. Come back. Come below. She stumbled backward. The figure smiled, then dissolved into the wake, leaving behind nothing but silence. Evelyn ran to the lab, shaking. When she checked the sample under the microscope, she froze. The plankton were not organisms. They were cells, human cells, somehow alive in seawater. By dawn, Nina was missing. Her life vest and camera were found on deck. The footage showed Nina filming the black waves and whispering, "They're calling my name." Then, she turned, smiled into the camera, and walked straight into the sea. The crew panicked. Collins wanted to head back, but the engines refused to start. The ship was drifting into the black wake, pulled by invisible force. The sea around them had turned to liquid shadow, reflecting nothing. The compass spun wildly. The sky above seemed bruised with storm, and every sound, the creak of the deck, the heartbeat in their chests, echoed too long, as if the world itself were hollow. That night, Evelyn heard voices through the vents. They were whispering from the ocean below, calling her by name, over and over. Evelyn, come down. She locked herself in her cabin, trying to ignore them. But water began seeping through the floorboards. It was black and cold, smelling faintly of decay. When she touched it, her vision flickered. She saw herself standing on the ocean floor, surrounded by hundreds of pale figures swaying gently in the dark. When morning came, Collins was gone too. Only Tom and Evelyn remained. They searched the ship, finding trails of seawater leading to the edge of the deck. Tom broke down. "It's the wake," he said. "It takes what it wants. We're next." Evelyn tried to radio for help, but static filled the speakers. Amid the noise, she heard a voice, Nina's. "It's beautiful here, Evelyn. You'll understand soon." Something inside her broke. She needed to know what it was. She went back to the lab, analyzing the last footage from the underwater drone. At first, it was just darkness. Then, out of the blackness, something vast moved, like a city made of bones, glowing faintly in the abyss. And from its center, an eye opened. A single, massive eye, watching the surface. Evelyn realized what the black wake truly was. Not a current, not a natural event. It was a living thing, a consciousness beneath the ocean, sleeping for centuries, now waking. Every life it took was part of its rebirth. Every drowned soul fed its growing mind. That night, the ocean rose higher. Waves struck the ship with impossible force. Tom tried to secure the deck, but was pulled overboard by something unseen. His scream was swallowed instantly. Evelyn stood alone in the storm, watching the sea churn like a black storm of glass. Then, she saw them. The faces of her crew beneath the water, eyes open, mouths moving. She felt herself walking forward, drawn by the whispers. The water met her waist, then her chest. The ocean felt warm, welcoming. As she sank, the surface light faded. Below, in the endless dark, she saw them. Hundreds of figures swaying in silence, eyes glowing faintly. Nina reached out her hand. "It's okay," she said in a voice that sounded like waves. "You belong here." Evelyn took her hand. The sea closed above her. Weeks later, the Calypso was found drifting near the coast, completely empty. Instruments were waterlogged, logs corrupted, but the black water samples remained intact. When a retrieval team opened one, the liquid inside shimmered faintly and whispered. Months later, local fishermen began reporting strange currents again. The black wake was spreading. On clear nights, when the moon was full, people standing by the shore swore they could see faces beneath the water, smiling. And sometimes, if the wind was right, they said they could hear a woman's voice, singing softly through the tide. It was Evelyn, calling them home.